It starts like a dream. They're charming, attentive, magnetic. You feel like you finally found your person. But slowly the dream turns into confusion, walking on eggshells, and wondering if you're the problem. You may be dating or married to a narcissist. Let's be clear, true narcissistic personality disorder is rare, but narcissistic traits? Those are far more common and just as damaging in relationships. If you're wondering whether the person you love might be a narcissist, this video will walk you through 12 key signs, each one more revealing than the last. And at the end, I'll share what you can do, especially if you feel stuck, manipulated, or unsure of your reality. Let's start with the first sign. The relationship moved extremely fast. In the beginning, it felt like a whirlwind. Fast, intense, almost magical. Narcissists often use a tactic called love bombing. They shower you with affection, gifts, and praise. It's not love. It's control disguised as devotion. They hook you quickly. Because once you're emotionally invested, you're easier to manipulate. If your relationship moved at lightning speed and now you're feeling overwhelmed or trapped, that's a red flag. 2. They need constant praise and attention. A narcissist doesn't just want attention. They crave it. They feed off it. They'll brag, exaggerate, and dominate conversations, especially if it puts them in the spotlight. And if you don't give them constant validation, they sulk or lash out or guilt trip you for not being supportive. It's never about mutual love. It's about feeding their ego. 3. They gaslight you. Gaslighting is emotional abuse. It's when someone makes you doubt your own memory, perception, or sanity. They'll say things like, "That never happened. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things." You always twist things. The goal? To make you question your reality. So they stay in control. If you've ever found yourself apologizing for things you didn't do or wondering, "Am I going crazy?" This could be why. 4. They don't take responsibility. In a healthy relationship, both people can admit when they're wrong. Not so with a narcissist. To them, mistakes are threats to their perfect image, so they shift the blame. Always. It's always your fault or someone else's. Even when they clearly mess up, they'll say, "You made me do it. If you hadn't, I wouldn't have." It's exhausting and deeply unfair. 5. They use you as a supply. Narcissists need something called narcissistic supply. Attention, admiration, emotional energy. You become that supply. They use your emotions, your praise, your effort to feel important. But when you're no longer useful, they ignore you, discard you, or devalue you. You're not a person to them. You're a tool to prop up their ego. 6. They're jealous and controlling. At first, it might seem like they just care too much. But it's not love. It's control. They want to know where you are, who you're with, what you're doing. They isolate you from friends and family, subtly or directly, because the less support you have, the easier you are to manipulate. 7. They lack empathy. You try to share how you feel, and they either ignore you or turn it back on themselves. You're upset? They say you're being dramatic. You're hurting? They say you're making it about you. True empathy, real emotional connection, is missing. Because narcissists don't see you as a separate human with feelings. They see you as an extension of themselves. 8. They keep score. In a narcissistic relationship, forgiveness is conditional and temporary. They keep a running tally of everything you've done wrong, and when it suits them, they bring it up, again and again. It's a way to control you, to keep you guilty, small, and always trying to prove you're good enough. 9. They flip between idolizing and devaluing you. One day you're perfect. They're everything. The next day, you're a burden, a disappointment. This emotional whiplash is called idealization and devaluation. It keeps you off balance, desperate to get back to the version of them that loved you so much. But that version, it was a performance. The real person is the one who belittles you, not the one who love-bombed you. 10. They guilt trip and manipulate you. Every disagreement turns into a guilt trip. They twist your words, make you feel selfish, or accuse you of being the problem. They'll cry, beg, or play the victim, not to repair the relationship, but to avoid consequences. They don't want healing, they want control. 11. They project their flaws onto you. They cheat but accuse you of being unfaithful. They lie but call you dishonest. They manipulate, then claim you're the manipulative one. It's called projection, and it's a classic narcissist move. Instead of facing their flaws, they dump them on you, so they never have to change. 12. You feel like you've lost yourself. This is the biggest sign of all. You used to be confident, joyful, clear-headed, but now you second-guess everything. You're anxious, emotionally drained, and unsure of your worth. Narcissistic relationships chip away at your identity until all that's left is a shell of who you used to be. If this sounds like you, please know you are not crazy and you are not alone. So, what can you do? First, recognize you can't fix a narcissist. No amount of love, patience, or proving will make them change, but you can change. You can reclaim your mind, your peace, your voice. Here's how. Educate yourself. The more you understand narcissistic abuse, the less power it has over you. Set boundaries. Even small ones help you begin to separate your identity from their control. Get support. Therapy, support groups, or trusted friends can remind you that you're not alone or broken. Plan your exit. If you're in danger, reach out to professionals. Your safety comes first. Rebuild your self-worth. Through journaling, therapy, affirmations, and new habits, you can come back to yourself. Being with a narcissist doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human. You wanted love. You believed in someone. But now you're waking up. You're seeing the patterns. And that's the beginning of freedom. You deserve a love that doesn't hurt. You deserve a voice that doesn't tremble. You deserve a life that feels like yours again. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. And remember, healing is possible. Thanks for watching.